Hi, my name is Tim Dayton and welcome to Tim Talks. I'm the Executive Director of REACH, a nonprofit located in Roanoke, Virginia, and we are involved in sustainable community development. Tonight, my talk is entitled, Treating Symptoms Seldom Leads to a Cure. Now, I was lucky enough to be at a panel of candidates for our city council the other night, and I heard words like diversity, participation, inclusive, united, and phrases that said, bring all voices to the table, break the divides between our neighborhoods, create a sanctuary city, remove the cultural divide, break down the barriers, all being used by our candidates. And it gave me hope. In fact, most of the candidates touted their desire to involve more folks in the process. Several noted their attendance at neighborhood meetings, their membership in civic and business groups, their involvement in our local schools, and their willingness to support making Roanoke a sanctuary city. Many even cited their lives as community activists. Again, a great testimony to the caliber of people we have vying to be on the council. They clearly understand for a city to thrive, it needs the involvement of all people. But then it hit me. I wondered if they're all under the same illusion that somehow they will do a better job of speaking for our community, that they will attend more meetings and functions, that their doors will be open more often and they will be more accessible than the last council members, and that somehow doing more of the same thing will change things, that miraculously the missing people will be engaged. I don't believe it will, because no one is addressing the core issue. They are all still thinking with their heads, and being intelligent, reasonable people, they are coming up with what they think are intelligent and reasonable solutions to the perceived problems. But the problem isn't access or council members who don't care. It's not a lack of innovative ideas or passion. It's not even about people who are out of touch, at least no more out of touch than any of the rest of us who are already engaged in the city. Often in city elections, the voter turnout is used as a way to demonstrate the problems with the community. And this meeting was no exception, and if I heard the number correctly, 3% turned out in the last local election. Certainly not a sign of anything good. But community participation is not the problem. It is only a symptom of a far greater condition. Far greater than meetings, surveys, accessible voting places, candidates touting the right issues, new laws or legislation can cure. Treating voter turnout as the problem is like treating the temperature one has in a serious ailment as the sustainable cure. Curing the symptom does not solve the problem. Truth is, most folks are not involved because it doesn't really matter, or so they believe. They figure no one really cares about them, that they are powerless to affect change, that life is tough enough without getting your hopes up. What we need to do is change this perception. We need to restore the power that is theirs, and they need to harness that power in ways that creates the thriving cities that they desire. You're not empowering people by telling them how to think. You're not restoring hope by offering things they don't think they need or understand. You have to discover their needs. And you don't know their needs until you know them, and you don't know them until you know their stories, and you don't know their stories until you work with them. You cry and celebrate and play with them. No meeting, no survey, no random meeting on their front porch will do more than fool you into thinking you know what's best. So back to our candidates and their words that gave me hope. Let's use those words not as goals, but as the tools to work together, to eat together, sing and play together, to cry and celebrate together. Let's show them how we can make a difference together. This isn't about words, but actions. Now, at least one of our candidates realizes this, and maybe more. Let's quit making them talk about the symptoms and how they will cure them. Let's engage in real conversations about how we can work together to empower our neighbors and restore hope for a better tomorrow for everyone. Thanks and good night.